Currently the 8th most valued cryptocurrency by market cap, Cardano ADA has yielded a monster return of 1,500% in the past 5 years of its existence. It is amusing to see cryptocurrencies strive to find ways to improve their networks to gain massive adoption over time. This endeavor bodes well for the future of Cardano, and hey, it might end up hitting the envisaged $32 target. History has proved that the Cardano creator, Charles Hoskinson, is ever ready to make solid defenses whenever the Cardano network is being bathed with demeaning criticisms or accusations. His never-ending defensive approach has created a perception in Cardano investors that the ecosystem is worth the constant protection. It appears that Hoskinson has got it all figured out, and the future of the network seems promising, and it should not be washed down by negative sentiments. But does this promising future include the ADA coin price reaching $32? The Cardano founder has built a level of assurance about Cardano's fundamentals, in such a way that he doesn't fail to pass a comment when he observes a flaw in the configuration of other networks. When Solana's mainnet caused a storm of reactions on social media, the Cardano founder could not subdue his words. In response to a tweet about Solana's shutdown, he suggested to his developers a video about how to fix old video games. When a user inquired if he thought that the excessive cockiness could play a cruel joke on him as it did with Dogecoin and Luna, Hoskinson replied that nothing was completely safe, and he was certain that everyone has problems at times. According to him, the reason for his sarcastic taunts was that the Solana and Luna community had mercilessly mocked Cardano for always trying to do things right and using expert judgment or formal methods to avoid problems. Charles Hoskinson's fervent display of perfectionism has given a succinct description on how Cardano's future could be. It could be as flawless as Hoskinson claims. He has repeatedly taken to Twitter to troll critics of Cardano. In June, he shared the news of the ADA network transaction volume, which has surpassed several major cryptos, while taking a pass at Cardano critics. He tweeted that in 2022, the network transaction volume for the Cardano surpassed that of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Algorand, and Dogecoin, and when commenting on it, he mentioned ghost transactions and spooky alpha. Hoskinson had earlier mocked skeptics who called Cardano a ghost chain, tweeting a massive rise in the adjusted volume of transactions on the ADA blockchain. Quite open about his perceptions, the Cardano founder is rising to a significant level of prominence, and the Cardano network is likely to follow the same trend. The recent FTX Alameda conflict did not influence ADA's pricing because it was not listed on the exchange platform. As a result, experts continue to have a strong forecast for the Ethereum killer. Cardano has also seen an increase in the number of wallets. According to statistics presented by Cardano's Blockchain Insights, on November 7th, there were 3 million wallets on the network, and on November 16th, there has been a significant rise. In addition, concerning the information from Sentiment, there has been a growth in the number of daily active addresses, weighted sentiment, and stakers. Sentiment claimed that despite the sell-off driven by the FTX crash, whales have begun to add ADA tokens to their wallets. In comparison to the 130,000 addresses added a month ago, there is now 134,000 addresses holding between 10,000 and 100,000 tokens. From these indications, a rise in the ADA coin price is to be expected. In light of these improvements, Charles Hoskinson responded to a Twitter analyst, Mr. Charles, who has chastised and mocked him, claiming that he had intentionally made incorrect predictions about Cardano. But how does that happen? On November 13th, Mr. Charles tweeted that Hoskinson has yet to fulfill his promises. In a tweet, the Cardano creator had promised that Cardano would have a brighter future once it controlled hundreds of decentralized apps and other digital assets. The Twitter analyst further tweeted screenshots of that message, and then the community responded to the criticism in a variety of ways. The respondents were divided into two groups, those who backed Hoskinson and those who acknowledged the claims. Charles Hoskinson addressed the situation after the tweet was widely liked and shared. In his words, he stated that the irony of his detractors' criticism is their proclivity to retweet proves that his prophecies have come true. Also, he added that his forecasts were valid and certain to come true because Cardano has over 1,000 decentralized apps, 6 million assets, and 3.6 million wallets. His prompt response to the claims described the behavior of the Cardano founder, which benefits the value of the network and its native token. The overflowing trolls on the Cardano network are not enough to deter its expansion. The increased interest in Cardano is in sync with the ongoing network development for the blockchain, which is seen as a viable competitor to Ethereum. Lace is a new wallet created by Cardano, and according to Charles Hoskinson, the network will almost reach 1 billion users following the Lace's launch. Lace is a small multi-chain cryptocurrency wallet, and it claims to seamlessly connect Web 2 and Web 3 features to a single interface. Cardano may profit from the wallet's ability to combine identities, transactions, and apps into a unified experience. Simply put, an increase in wallet usage justifies a rise in the ADA price. Furthermore, Input-Output Global, the company behind the Cardano blockchain, is releasing a new privacy-focused blockchain called Midnight and a token to accompany the new network. During an event at Edinburgh University in Scotland, the Cardano chief explained that Midnight, which is underpinned by zero-knowledge proof technology, is one of the many sidechains now being deployed on Cardano. It will soar beyond previous privacy coin projects by delivering zero-knowledge proof smart contracts. This system will bridge the gap between preserving privacy and allowing regulators and auditors a backdoor into the system when permission is granted. Referring to two other privacy coins and their encryption methods, Hoskinson said that Midnight has evolved privacy coin technology where everything was anonymous by default, which is what Zcash and Monero did with snarks and ring signatures. He added that the system was different from the norm, and it's a completely new way of writing and running private smart contracts as well as private computation. So you can have a private DEX or go mine an anonymous dataset for these types of things, he said. Attesting that privacy coins have always been lionized by crypto librarians, he explained that they have also been viewed warily by fearful regulators of how the technology might help facilitate financial crime. Yet, he added that privacy is something every business has a legal requirement to explore. Charles Hoskinson said that the paper published 2 years ago by IOG, which was titled Kachina and dives into privacy-enhanced smart contracts, is now coming to fruition in the real world. FTX's collapse shook the volatile crypto market, which lost billions of dollars in value, dropping below the $1 trillion mark, and these consequences will likely impact cryptocurrency into the future and further drag down broader markets. The future of FTX as a cryptocurrency exchange is in severe jeopardy. As of mid-November 2022, withdrawals were disabled, and a notice on the FTX website stated that the company strongly advises against depositing. As the largest collapse in the short history of cryptocurrencies, this might deter investors who have already worried because of concerns about stability and security. The broader consequences on the crypto industry might even take time to unfold. Amid the recent roller coaster, the Cardano network experienced a spike in activity. This was recorded on the day that FTX went bust. The number of new addresses reached 10,360 on November 8th, a record high in recent months, when the average was less than 1,500 per day. Among the unusual changes was the rise in the number of transactions. It is safe to conclude that ADA's price behavior is encouraging. This moderate recovery established the fact that Cardano was little affected by the FTX collapse, thus justifying the absence of ADA on the infamous exchange's spot market. Charles Hoskinson reacted to this issue and expressed the incidents similar to FTX situation are getting complex, considering the ripple effects on the other ecosystem players. He added that the implication of the collapse would likely mirror market events that followed the Terra Luna crash in May that resulted in cascading repercussions on companies like Celsius Network and Three Arrows Capital. Quote, "I think this might be the bottom, one of the last ones to deal with. It is going to be hard to predict how bad it will be, and it could certainly be very bad. There are not many more firms that were like FTX or Alameda, Three Arrows Capital, and so forth. At least in this cycle, I truly do hope that this is the last cycle of this nature." End quote. While Charles Hoskinson is optimistic about a turnaround, Cardano has been waxing stronger and playing effective roles to stay afloat. Rome was not built in a day, so a $32 forecast for Cardano seems to be preserved for the future. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let us have in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to their dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on those subscribe and notification buttons.